Welcome to UIC. More importantly, welcome to the Writing Center. Sometimes we are here. Now that we are virtual, we are literally everywhere. In the dorms, on the green, in your kitchen, in your living room, in your bedroom, all while you are in your pajamas. But what is peer tutoring? It means talking about your writing and your writing habits with a peer who has been there. Someone you can express your writing concerns to without second-guessing yourself. It is an honest, non-judgmental voice who will help you understand what an audience might see in your paper. Importantly, it is not just feedback, but a way of writing. Peer tutors work with writers to analyze a task before writing, to brainstorm, to expand, to revise, to proofread. It is a way of entering a conversation with author, that's you, text, and audience all at the same table. That's not just writing, but engagement. A better way to be a student and a writer at UIC. Peer review is a normal part of academic life. It validates academic work and ensures texts speak to a wider audience. Everyone does it. Your instructors do it, your professors do it, university researchers do it, graduate students and undergraduate students do it. Everyone does peer review. I mean, if you look something up in the library database, they actually make a pretty big deal about it. So, how do you get in on this tutoring? Let's go to the website. If you Google UIC Writing Center and click the first link, you land here. There's a lot of information here about the Writing Center and getting tutored, and even other tutoring resources at UIC. But let's focus. If you want to make an appointment, first, you have to make an account. Look, that's me. I have an account. If you don't, click this first. Fill out the form and hit complete registration. Here's the scheduler. Tutors over here, times across the top, date in the corner. You'll notice that under the tutor's name, it says live synchronous and response by email. Sometimes a tutor will only have one or the other under their name. Let's say you want to schedule a session with Dina at noon. When you click that box, a new form will pop up. On top here is a little autobiography by the tutor about the tutor, so you can get to learn something about them while you're making your choice. Underneath is the description of synchronous and asynchronous tutoring. What does this mean, you might ask? Well, let's go back to the PowerPoint. You can choose to work with a tutor synchronously or asynchronously. Synchronous tutoring means you and the tutor are logged in to the session at the same time. You have a whiteboard where you can paste your paper and a chat where you can talk to each other. Some people choose to use video or turn it off. Sometimes people use audio through their computers, or they turn that off. Sometimes people call because they have bad internet connections and talk to each other through the phone. And then sometimes, and in fact, the most common form of working synchronously with a tutor is to just use the chat box. Folks like the chat because you can go back to it after the session is over and read and remember what your tutor worked on. With asynchronous tutoring, you upload 3 pages of your writing, and the tutor will respond with an email. They will focus on 2 or 3 strengths in your writing and 2 or 3 areas for potential improvement, and they'll offer some suggestions on how you can make that improvement. This form of feedback is ideal when you need something quick in the middle of drafting a paper. If you forget what I just said or want more details, it's also spelled out for you here where you make your appointment as well. You choose the type of appointment that you want, fill out the information about your course and your paper, And then choose some priorities for your feedback for the session. Remember, this is your session. This is about your growth as a writer and the improvements that you want to make to your text. So here, you get to choose what you want the tutor to focus on. This is sometimes hard to do when you are just getting started, so don't worry. As you become a better writer, you'll learn what works best for you. And if you don't know where to start now, tutors will definitely help you figure it out. So, I follow the instructions. I upload my text and my prompt if I'm scheduling an asynchronous session. And I hit Create Appointment. When you log into the scheduler, appointments that are for you, appointments you have made, will appear as red. You will also get an email reminder about your session. Also, some instructors require students to attend the Writing Center for all sorts of reasons and all sorts of credit as well. So how will your instructor know if you came? Back to the PowerPoint. About 24 to 48 hours after your appointment, your tutor will email you a Writing Center report. It will have your name and the date of your appointment on the email, and you can forward this to your instructor. And that's all I wrote, folks, but it isn't all you're going to write. If you ever have questions during regular Writing Center hours, you can email wconlinehelp@gmail.com. You can also email our director, Dr. Vinus Alexa, Assistant Director Kim O'Neill, or of course, myself, Assistant Director Charity Ann Williams. We hope to see you soon at the Writing Center.